I'm going to show you how to get all the way through the game and just crush it. Now, the last time I played through in normal mode, I got a preview copy, played it here on stream. Thank you to 11-Bit Studios for that. Now, you might be, Kismet, how did you learn all of this stuff? Holy mackerel, this game just came out. It just came out yesterday. Well, I got a preview copy, and I played it for 5 days straight. 70 hours of mega streaming, and now I've got a bunch of inside tips that's going to help you guys a bunch. I finished with 70,000 coal, with 8,000 food, and we're going to do the same thing right now. There we go, everybody. We broke a new record, 96,000, over 10,000 food. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was a lot, and that's it. That's the win. Now that's the way you crush a game. Hold on. Whoa, let's back up to the beginning and let's crush this. We know what to do. Let's get to it. First thing we're gonna do, now we've already started with some resources here in medium mode. So I'm gonna put 3 houses in, and you'll be like, Kismet, what, wait a minute. Why are you taking those houses out? I'm taking them out because I'm only using them as guides to line it up. We also know that we bring it out by 8. So that we can get the minimum distance, so we can get our tech in there. But I didn't lose any resources because I had it paused the whole time. And when you take this out, it should give me 10 back when I take it out. Boom, and it got my 22 back. There we go. Now you're like, well, Kismet, you're still missing 8. You had 30 at the beginning. Well, that 8 is for the road. I still wanted to build the road. We want to group our people together. First, we're going to start with Max here. We mastered it last time. I'm going to show you guys here in this video. I might even throw this on YouTube for you guys. I know. I'm nice. I'm nice that way. Emergency shift. Let's do it. Boom. We know to sign that right away at the very beginning so that we can go ahead and boost our people. Boom. Boost them. Right over here. We're going to go ahead and do these guys. Over here. Max them out. Right? And then down here, we're going to get some steel. Max that out. Go. Now, what does that leave us with? That leaves us with 5 workers and 15 engineers. So what I'm going to do at first is I'm actually going to try to get rid of all of this stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and take 5 of my workers and 10 of my engineers, and then 24 hours them. Now, when these guys are done, I'm going to have a massive amount of resources so I can build stuff. What can I do at this point? Nothing. At this point, I've got everything queued up. I've got 5 extra engineers left over so I can put them on tech, and we're good to go. Now we're ready to run. So there we go. We're waiting for a little bit of wood. We got it. We got 57 wood. More than enough. Now we've got a road built, and we're going to go in, and we're going to go to our tent. And we're going to put our tent in, 4 of those. Now, why am I putting 4 of those? Again, to space out the 4 inner rows that I'm going to be using for my houses. And I want to make sure that I don't screw it up. So that's why I use those temporarily, because I can just take them back out. And now we've got enough for our tech. So we're going to put our tech right there. Make sure it turns green. If it's yellow, then you're not touching the road. But green means it's touching the road. It's good to go. You don't have to run a road to it. It's lined up. Boom. Good to go. Take this house out. Now, my job at the very beginning is to piss them off. Hey, we're working all this thing, and you're making us work so hard, and blah, 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 blah. Well, too bad, too sad. I absolutely want them to get the surface resources as quick as possible at the very beginning of the game before it starts to get cold. Let's turn our generator on. Now, what I like to do in the very beginning, once I have kind of my start going there, I will go ahead and save the game as start. Now, we can always back up to start if we screwed up along the way and say, oh, you know what, I didn't really want to do that. That didn't work out well. I forgot to do this or I forgot to do that. You can always back up and roll back. Right now, we have 80 people homeless, which is fine. I want them to be mad at me so I can raise my hope, and I'll show you how here in just a second. I want my houses to be in this first circle because that's what this can reach. See these yellow lines? Those yellow lines mean that's how far my generator is going. If I tick off my people too much, they cut my head off or they steam me to death. Too much discontent, or if this thing blows up. If those 2 things don't happen, then you win. Almost. You got to get some resources too, and you got to be able to survive the end. But I'm going to show you that as well. Here in the generator, now steam level 1 is going to be +1 temperature to all zones. It's using 6 coal per turn. It also says it off to the side over there too. Steam level 2 is going to take 12 coal. So it's going to take a little bit more coal, but it's also going to give you +2 temperature in this inner ring right now until we expand those rings outwards. The range setting shows you the actual range of the ring. Like right now, it's on range setting 1. You can research, and then it'll be range setting 2. And then research again, range setting 3, research again, range setting 4. And that's why you can see that I've made 4 rings or 4 offsets so that I can put my houses and my medical here in the inner area. And I'll also put some churches in there too. You'll see me do that later, and some fighting arenas and stuff like that. You'll see all that stuff, and I'll tell you why along the way. Now, a generator also has this thing called overdrive. I use it every single time I can. Now, the reason why is it keeps your people happier and it keeps them from getting sick. Every time I can use that, I will flip that on. I'll let it go really high, and then I'll turn it off. Now, mastering when to use that overdrive, especially toward the end, is vital. It's absolutely vital. So we have our temperature overlay, and that's going to show us our temperature. By the way, it's also up here at the top of the screen. If you just click right here at the temperature, it'll flip that same thing on, so I never use that down at the bottom. Now, it's minus 20 Celsius. Now, for those of you in the US, I'm going to show you, you can actually change it in your settings. You can go in here and you can change it to Fahrenheit. So how much is that in Fahrenheit? That is minus 4 degrees. So let's go to it. Again, I go to tech right away because I want to research my stuff as quick as possible. They have got this built. So let's go ahead and put our engineers in here, and let's go ahead and say, okay, Kismet, what are you going to do first? Well, I could do beacon first so I can get my explorers out there, and we'll talk about explorers in a bit. Or we can do faster gathering, because I want to gather as quickly as I can here in the very beginning. I'm waiting for my workers to pop up. Now, you're going to see them right down here pop up when they run out of resources down here. Now, which one's the first one's going to run out of resources? Typically, it has to do with metal. Runs out first. Right now, it's got 22, 63, 62, and 333. So you start with 500 coal. Over here, I believe you start with 100 and something, 120 wood in the pile. And then here in steel, you start with 60 steel. So let's see which one runs out first. I'm just going to let it run now. And we're going to have some things pop up, some quests. It said housing problem. Now, you want to get these quests. If you notice, I didn't put my houses down on purpose. When I finish this quest, it's going to reduce my discontent, and it's also going to give me a hope boost. So you need to be thinking far ahead in the game. I will provide shelter for everybody. Again, I'm watching down here. Notice I'm going very, very fast, by the way. And again, nothing I need to do. And notice how I've got them all grouped together. So keep them grouped together. There we go. Steel, wreckage, depleted. Notice how I said that one's going to finish first. See, right there, it finished. I'm now going to click over here. I'm going to move them over here. I'm going to tick them off some more. Look at that discontent down there. We're going to get it all the way up. We're going to get it all the way up here in just a second. It's talking about getting food. I'm going to ignore getting food. All right, now I can introduce a new law. Now, what law do I want to introduce? So I've found that actually extended shift is the best second choice. So I can actually do longer shifts so I can get that technology done faster. I know, that's what you want, right? I'm going to show you how to get rid of that discontent like a boss. There we go. Boom, look at that discontent going up. Look how high that thing is. It's like, it's going to be my neck if I don't do it right. Good time to save as well. Ultimate. Start. 2. Let's go. Let it run. Now I'm watching for people to finish. I'm watching for my tech to finish down here. Right when this gets done. Great Kismet tip for you. Whenever I press 24-hour emergency shift on the engineering, at least one person dies. So I don't use emergency shifts on my workshops, only on raw resources at the very beginning. After I do this 24 hours on all of this, I will not use 24 hours again. Now right now it says, hey, I've got some people sick. So, while my people are in the engineering, and now it's nighttime, those people are available to build my stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right there. Now, I have specific places I put everything. The second I see sick people, I know I'm going to have to get my help, or all of a sudden that's going to be 2, 5, 10, 20, 30 people who are not working, and then I'll be in trouble. And we're pretty good right here. Let's see how much longer before this disappears. This is 5. So that is almost up. So I'm going to have 15 workers here in just a few seconds. When they're done working on that, I'm going to have them go over here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. But I make it real easy on you guys because, again, I go above and beyond here on the Kismet stream and also on the Kismet YouTube channel if you're watching this back on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and leave a gap like this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So we got 4 there, 4 here. We've got medical on this side. And we've left this open over here for something we can use later on. And there we go. Our woods are gone. Both our woods are gone. Look how quick this game goes. Right? If you know what you're doing, where you're going. So now these guys are done. They're going to run up here. They're going to build all these houses, and it's going to lower my discontent. But you know what? I want to get the quest where it says, Kismet, you're working us too hard, and if you don't fix it within 2 days, we're going to chop your head off. They're going to be really pissed at me. We're waiting for them to get mad at us. There we go. Final warning. People are furious. We must hold on for a couple more days. That's me saying that. I'm saying, hell, hold on, everybody. It's going to get better. Give me a couple days. I'm telling you. Work your butt off, but love me anyway. Okay, day and night cycle. And I'm going to go ahead and just bring up my arrow. I know, I go way above and beyond. Check this out. Red arrow action. Between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. is their sleep time. 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. is their free time, which means they'll help with buildings. During 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., they will work, right, for 10 hours, basically. And then, of course, from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m., they have more free time to help you with your buildings. You'll want to put them down between 6 and 8 and 6 and 12. Now, of course, I make them work more hours, so they'll have less time to build, but that's okay. I would rather have more resources and rather have technology researched more than have them build buildings, because buildings don't take as long. Now, later in the game, it becomes a huge factor. If all your people are busy working and you can't build your buildings to sustain your city, then you're in trouble. We started our medical because we got 4 people who need medical attention. We have got our houses going around that outside. We have got them collected. Look at this, everybody. They've already got that surface stuff done. We have 295 coal, 135 wood, and 99 iron right at the very beginning of the game. Guess what? In the first day, we've already collected all of those resources. So we're crushing it. We're knocking it out of the park. These people are working 24 hours. These people are really, really pissed at me right now. Look at that discontent. But then again, in just a few seconds, they're going to finish doing those houses. I'm going to bring that discontent down. Now, if you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to pause and back up and watch certain sections over and over again, and that will help you, because I'm going to be going a little bit faster than I normally go. Right now we've got engineers, so I'm going to go ahead and put 5 engineers on here because I timed it perfectly. So those 10 engineers I was using to get resources came up at just the moment I needed to put them into the medical, so I don't have too many people in the medical place, right? Because it takes a few days for them to feel better. And when they feel better, then they'll come out of the medical. Otherwise, you have to put a second medical in and a third medical and so forth to house those people, or they will die. We've got 10 extra people now. What do we want to do first, metal or wood? Right? Decisions. I'm going to go metal. So I'm going to say 5 workers, 5 engineers, 24/7. Don't do it. Don't do it, everybody. Don't click it, because you haven't got your discontent down yet. Wait for your discontent to go down first before you hit that 24 hours. Notice how I put it on super fast mode until something happens. Coal pile depleted. Done. We got that coal done. All right, let's get another coal pile going. This one right here. We're going to max that out. Extend the hours? Nope, not going to extend the hours. We're not going to hit emergency shift. Our discontent is going way down. Look at that discontent going down. Isn't that amazing? If you learn that balance, you're going to be well off. All right, let's keep going. Again, as we build the houses, discontent going down, faster research. I'm going to go beacon so I can get my explorers going right away. So let's go. Let's get that going, and watch as our discontent goes down, and we're going to get a hope boost from when we do what we say, right? When we fulfill what we say, discontent falls. You have managed to placate the people. Hope rises. Boom, watch my hope go up. Nice. Now also watch what's going to happen. See the houses here? Wait for them to finish. Shelter promise fulfilled. Everyone feels relieved with a roof and even a flapping one over their head. Hope rises. So there we go. Hope's up again. Discontent down again. Now is the time to use my other 15 people who have finished over here, right? Who have finished in this other stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and put those 15 people 24 hours and piss them right back off again, because that's the way I am. Hey, love me, love me. Now go work. Wow, that beacon research was super fast. You see that? We crushed it. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put the beacon in. Now the beacon allows us to explore other areas. So we're going to go ahead and put that beacon in right there. And again, we're going to get the next thing researching. So I'm going to go ahead and just say heaters and say start. Now in just a second here, my book of laws is going to come up. And there we go, book of laws. What am I going to do next? Next, I'm going to do fighting arena. Now why am I going to do fighting arena? Well, the fighting arena is going to reduce their discontent. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that fighting arena. I'm going to take that fighting arena and I'm going to actually offset the row. Now here's the thing with the fighting arenas. If you can get everybody in your city to be covered by fighting arenas, then it's going to reduce everybody's discontent, right? So I'm going to try to put that kind of in the center here. I'm going to try to line it up as best I can. Boom. There we go. Now I'm also going to put one on the other side. Now, when I take the thing, watch what happens to the buildings. Up here, watch what happens to the buildings when I get close. See how they turn white? See that? That means that this building is affecting those buildings. Very important to understand that some buildings, some service buildings, affect other buildings. Now, if you noticed how exactly I placed them, 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. That's so I can put these down and it will get all 4 of them at the very beginning. So I'm going to put these in the second row. I'm going to rotate it a little bit. I'm going to try to find the middle. Where's the middle there? See, here's 1, 2 houses. Here's the middle right here. There we go. Now, it also says down here in my quests right here, which are very small, you probably can't read it. It says fighting arena, build a fighting arena. Now, I only have to build 1, but I'm going to build 2 so I can reduce, again, my discontent so I can use them in 24 hours as quick as possible. Now, we see some symbols up here, and again, I'll get my red arrow. These symbols right here represent that you don't have a road. Now, it's gray, which is important to note. It's gray because there is no connected road between these and our generator. So we're going to go into construction, button right down there, and then we're going to click on road, build street. That's what those lines mean, build street. And we're going to build the tiniest street we can possibly get away with. Right? Just right here, we're going to build this tiny little street so we use the minimum amount of resources because we need those resources later, right there. Now, I'm not going to build a big old circle of roads or whatever because it takes time for my people to make those roads, and it takes resources that I need for other stuff that's going to come up very, very soon. Now's a great time to save. Great time to save along the way so you can back up if you make a mistake. So we're going to do ultimate start number 3. When these people are not working in the workshop, they're going to stop what they're doing. They're going to go over here and help. Right? They're going to go over there and help with that. All right. Fighting arena built, hope rises, and discontent goes down. Now, again, we're about a day and a quarter away. We're day 3. We're crushing it. We're absolutely crushing it right now. And here's our beacon. I'll let you watch the animation. All right, here we are. Now, the first thing I do is I actually go back into the base and make sure it's paused. I don't want to waste a second. This is the scouting part. We did the balloon, and that balloon will let us see the rest of the world. Now, we have options to go out and get resources or to save people. And I'm going to go to the Lost Expedition. The mini playthroughs that I've done, I have realized that actually going this way is smarter. All right, so first thing we need to do, though, is we need to have some people free. Right now, we have 0 people free. I'm going to grab 5 people out of there because, of course, getting my tech going as quick as possible and getting my questing going as quick as possible is vital. So we're just go ahead and put our scouts in. We put 5 people in scouts, so it's going to take 40 wood. Again, another reason why I'm gathering those resources very, very quickly so I can get my scouts going as quickly as possible. Notice how I clicked on that and we didn't get any arrows. The reason why we don't get any arrows is because we have to click on this guy, and then it gives us the arrows, and we tell that guy, because we're going to have multiple of them at some point, we tell that guy that I want him to go there by clicking the green, and there he goes, which is actually the closest thing to your base, which means you're going to get there the quickest. And then we're going to evaluate our place again. Okay, we're doing good here, doing good here. We got discontent on the way down. We got 40 living near a fighting arena, right? So we got all 40 of this side. In a second, we're going to have all 80, which is going to make our discontent go down. So they get to watch people beat each other up at nighttime. I know, it's a little barbaric, but hey, this is the apocalypse. You got to do what you got to do. So this is almost done. So when this is done, I can shift them to over here. So is it worth putting them on 24 hours? Absolutely. I'm absolutely going to put them on 24 hours because I need that resource as quick as possible. Let's go to it. Bam! So again, my discontent going to go down, but up, and down, but up. Look, it's going down, yet I just pissed them off again. We need a win, everybody. We need a win. We're going to get a win. We're going to crush this game. We're not just going to win. We're going to crush it. We're going to destroy it. Again, there's nothing else I need to do. I got people running out up there. It's going to be 9 hours and 39 minutes before they are done. Right over here, these peeps right above me here. This guy's on 24 hours. We got 5 going there. These guys are going to take a little bit longer. These guys are almost done. Now, I'm going to click on them so I can see they got 11 left. I've got 0 people free. Let's keep going. Working as efficiently as possible. Absolutely as efficiently as possible. Boom! There we go. It's done. It's done. They've depleted it. Let me get it over here. Now, since I put this on 24 hours and I put 10 more people in there, those people are also going to work for 24 hours. Our goal, grab as much resources as we can before that cold hits. Even if they say, hey, you need food, and right now it's saying, hey, you need medical. I've got 5 people at the bottom. I got 5 people in this medical one right here. And when I have more than 5, that's the moment I need a second medical area. So I'm going to go ahead and error on the side of caution and put a medical area right there. Now somewhere I've got some engineers. I got 5 engineers in here, and I got 5 engineers in here. Now here's a great Kismet tip for you. If you want to know where your people are, you go right down here to this, and then you bring your cursor up. Watch my cursor over there. I bring my cursor up, and when I roll over it, look, it shows you where all your engineers are. There's 5 in the tech, 5 in the medical. Aha! There's 5 of them over here that I could use in that other medical so my people don't get so sick that they die. We don't want that to happen. There they are. See, I got 5 engineers in there. I'm going to say none. Now, I just happen to work it out in such a way perfectly in the ultimate start where I have 5 workers that came up at the same time. I needed the 5 engineers. And, of course, I'm going to swap them right now. So now I still have 15 people on there, and I still got 15 on this one. And that one over there is gone. So the only resources I have left are these 4 coal up here, the only surface resource. So that was perfectly timed, as you can see, and whenever you time something perfectly, you save the game. US number 4. Let's do it. This is the first time we have played release, and we're not going to restart. We're not gonna, because we already know. We already know how to crush it. We know how to crush medium mode, and we're going to come back and we're going to crush hard mode next. That's what we're going to do. We're going to destroy it. There we go, building it up quickly, quickly, quickly. Boom, get them in there. Whoo! Whoo, I don't want anybody to get gravely sick. And we're waiting for our research, we're waiting for our book of laws, and we're waiting for our guys to get to the very closest settlement that they can so that we can really destroy it. And I think we're going to do better this time. I think we're going to do better than 70,000 coal. I think we're going to do better than 8,000 food at the very end and 692. Let's shoot for 700. Let's go. Keep going. Look at that. See how that went down? See how that disappeared? That means I've got enough medical to do it. Now I've got 10 people in the medical. God, I hope they do better, because I'm down by 10 people right now. Oh, there they are. They finished that metal. Right? They finished that metal. We're good. I'm going to go right here. I'm going to say, okay, right here. Guys, look at my discontent. Way down. You know what? 24 hours, baby. 24 hours. Now, look how many times I've pressed 24 hours, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times at the beginning of the game. 9 times have I done 24 hours, which would normally cause you to die. They would kill you because you would piss them off at that rate. But I used my discontent and my hope and my quests to bring it down. We found some more survivors. That means we're going to have more people to help us work at our place. And I do not send them. I've tried to send them. I've tried a playthrough where I just sent them. They take so long. They take forever. Forget sending them. I'm just going to escort them back, because this way they can get back as quick as possible and I can get them to work. Now, there is one thing to watch out for, and this is a vital tip for you. An absolute, one of my best tips here in Frostpunk is, if your discontent is too high, when your book of laws shows up, you can't actually put another law down. If you notice now, I'm not hitting it at maximum for that very reason. So my book of laws will come up next time and I can click on the next thing that I want. We got nothing else to do. We got everybody working. Do your thing. Come on, baby. We're going to try to get as much of this as we can. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Heater's done. In the first 3 days, I have done faster gathering, then beacon, and then heaters, which is going to work for our food, because right now it's going to start saying, hey, Kismet, you need some food, bro. But screw it. Before I even put any food stuff down, I'm actually going to research the food, so I get more each time. Now they're getting into a part where they're starting to get hungry. Now you can let them starve for a while and they'll be just fine. But of course your discontent going to go up and up and up. So watch out if it's already full like mine. But I would rather just preempt build stuff, because remember those cycles of where they build when they're idle? I would rather, because right now everybody's working, right? I have 0 people free. But when they're idle, I would rather to have them working. I'm actually going to put it on this side. So we're going to go ahead and put it on the 5th row. And you're like, Kismet, oh, now I got it. Now I know why you spaced that out and you used house as spacers. So you can put your real big stuff on the outer rings, and you can put your smaller stuff like your houses and your medical on the inner rings. Aha! Now I understand. And that's right, this is going to be food. Now some people say, Kismet, why don't you put your cookhouse in the inner area? Because right now we're only heating this inner area right here. Right? Why not put your cookhouse there, and then it will run 24/7? Because you know what? You don't need to run it 24/7. They don't even have enough food to run it 24/7. You don't have enough people to gather enough food to make that cookhouse run 24/7. So it's a waste. It's a waste of your resources. Now another thing we're going to need here is we're going to get some new people so we can send them out to get food, because of course the more people you have, the more food you need to gather. We're going to go ahead and put them on here like this. We have plenty of wood. We have 419 coal. We have 86 wood and 130 iron at day 3 and almost 3.5. We're crushing it. Every time you put something down like this, by the way, before you actually build it, go ahead and save. Another great Kismet tip for you. So you can undo if you screwed it up. If you screwed it up and you used up too much resources for whatever reason, you accidentally used up all your wood when you've got to make a sawmill or something like that, you can back up to this point. It helps you learn the mechanics. Now I'm going to make a real long road here, and I'm going to make my roads every second road, right? So every second area, right? Like right here, I'm going to make a circle eventually all the way around, and then right here, I'm going to make a circle all the way around along there, and eventually I'll come back and fill in the rest of them when I have a lot of excess wood. We already start with 100 food here in normal mode or medium mode. When you first play the game, you do get a bunch of resources in the beginning. How are we doing here? Oh, ho, ho, almost done. That cold's coming in though. Oh, yes. So our scout has come back. And here they are. The first thing that I will do is click on my scouts and send them somewhere else. I'm going to go to the sturdy shelter because there's something up ahead of the sturdy shelter that I want to get as quick as possible. Absolutely as fast as possible. About 90% of my other games that I played through, and I've played through a bunch of times, I go to the gloomy cave first. And that's actually a mistake because there's bears there that can actually kill your guys. And then, of course, you lost 5 guys that lost a lot of your production. Now, there's only one other place, and I'm going to tell you where it is. There's only one other place where you can actually lose your guys. It's too risky. So I'm going to skip it for now, and I'm going to come back later. So now we've got more people. We've got 31 people. We've got 22 workers. We got 9 engineers. We got 19 children. Oh, we're going to have to deal with our children soon because our children are doing right now. Now, normally I get child workers, which does give you a huge boost. But this time I'm not going to do it. And with the child workers, by the way, I could get all of these resources in the very beginning before the frost hits. But since I don't have my child workers, I'm probably not going to get it all, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll show you how to get it after the fact. If it gets cold, I don't want them to be out there because they're going to get frostbite. I don't want them to get frostbite because if they do get frostbite, they're going to get gravely ill, and then they're not going to be a useful worker anymore. Now, right over here, you might notice that, hey, Kismet, you know what? These little things, they're not gray this time. Why are they red? Why are these roads red? Well, they're red because I have connected them to the generator, but the roads just haven't been built yet. That's what the red means. And I think that's an amazing UI design. This game is AAA. AAA design. Look at this Skyrim-like choices that you make here. These affect your game. These affect how people perceive you, if they get pissed off at you, or if they like you, if it brings hope up or brings discontent down. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? You're the leader. You got to make the tough choices. And I think you're going to do it, especially with my guide. Especially with my guide right here. Now, another thing I need to watch out for that's going to happen next is the fact that we're going to have too much coal and we're going to need to put our resources in the outer edge because they are useless up here. They're just sucking up your space if they're close to the center. They don't require any people. If they're freezing cold, it doesn't matter because it's just think of it as cold storage. So I put it way on the outer ring, as far out. But by the way, look how far I'm out already. Look how far I'm out very early in the game, right? And I'm trying to get to the outer edge as quick as possible so I can go ahead and put this in. Now, there's some things here. Look at these weird symbols here, right? It's got these lines with a circle in the middle. It's kind of cut out, and it's got this little iron ingot looking thing. Well, that's what it is. It's an iron mine. I don't want to go over the top of my iron mines because, of course, I want to tap into those. So I'm going to go ahead and move this as far out. Notice it's turning red. I can't go there. Can't go there. I can go there. Okay. And I want to go as close to this as I can, but it says, hey, if you put this here, basically what it says in that text right there, it says if you put this here, you're going to be blocking your ability to put your iron mines down. So I'm going to go a little bit more this way. A little bit more. Aha! Right there. It says building here will destroy a resource source not adjacent to a street. Meaning it's going to take out this wood here. You know what? I don't care. I don't care about that wood because I'm going to get some wood over here from the double sawmill in just a moment. So let's go ahead and put that down. And then we're going to run the road backwards, right? So it runs beautifully right along that edge. And then guess what? When I'm ready to put that iron mine down, I already have the street for it as well. Thinking ahead. Thinking ahead. Notice it turned red instead of gray on that road right above there. And it's in their free time, they're going to go ahead and fill in the rest of that. We got peeps to get all this over here too. Boom, let's do it. You know what I think? I think we should piss them off some more. Bam! There we go. 24 hours working on that baby. Right there. What do we got? 7 and 9 left. Should we piss them off again? That's a tough one. That's a tough decision. Do we want the resources more? Or do we want to keep our discontent down more, right? Because we've already used a lot of our techniques in the beginning to reduce that discontent so that we could, you know, fast it. Is it worth it? Do I need that coal that fast that I should put it on 24 hours? And again, remember that my freezing is coming in, right? They're going to get frostbite if they're still out there when it's minus 40 Fahrenheit here in a second. My choice is put the people on there, but don't 24 hours. Because again, my book of laws is going to come up. And then if my discontent is too high, I won't be able to do my book of laws. Let's keep going, everybody. Fast mode, activate. Let's do it. Look, I got everything going. Nothing else I need to do. Look at them going out there building my roads. Boom. Hunter's gear, research. Now when those things are done, they're going to bring in more food than they did before. What do I want to do next? Do I want to go into sawmill? Maybe my wood's getting low. Or what is the most important thing to pick next? See this wood out here? Build a sawmill to get it. I can't get it with gathering. right? So I put a gathering hut there, it's useless. I've also tried it where I put gathering huts down in the very beginning to try to speed it up. You know what it does? It burns all my resources and it slows down my momentum. It's an absolute waste of your time. Do not put down gathering posts in the beginning. The next thing I would do here in medium mode is definitely the Steam Hub. Now, what can the Steam Hub warm up? Well, the Steam Hub can warm up our houses, and it can warm up also our working buildings and our gathering areas and other mines and things like that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do Steam Hubs start. This is going to be close. Let's do it. Also watching our sky over here. Wood crate's done. Oh, this one right here, we could probably use a little bit more. We can take our engineers out, put those people in there. Now I've got 15, 15, and 15. Again, should I 24 hours it? No, but watch this. Let's extend their work hours because we're almost out of time, but oh, it was too late. It was too late. I should have done it earlier. I should have done it earlier, which I just realized. Now again, I have this down, but sometimes you'll make mistakes. And you can back up, but we're not backing up in this one. We're not backing up in this one. So if you make a mistake, if it's a little mistake, you can get away with it in medium mode. So if we go over here and we go over this and we roll over the thermostat in that upper right corner, it says right now, temperature, comfortable, and this particular building has +2 building insulation. So it has a +2 to heat already, and it prevents getting ill when you're at that comfortable level. Now, when you're at a cold level, like this, right, or a chilly in this case, it has a low chance of getting ill, but there's still a chance. And then let's look at our houses. Temperature is comfortable. It's got building insulation, so it's +1, and it's in a heated zone, so it's got +2. The workshops already start with a +2, so that's why I put the workshops way in the outer area, because they're already warm enough, especially in the beginning of the game. They're warm enough. They're +2. They don't need to be heated. Again, I'm showing you the best techniques right here. Beacon doesn't need to be heated. Way out here in the boonies, let's go way out here in the boonies. This resource depot doesn't need to be heated. Forget about it. Put it down. Forget about it. If you enjoyed this guide, watch for episode 2. Even more epic stuff. We're going to crush it big time. Speaking of crushing it, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button.